as I'll go through in other places, including my book and in the PDF. The limbic system can be overloaded. It can be enlisted by the basal ganglia and the cerebellum to process emotions. If the person stutters, their limbic system is more likely to enlist those other regions. Those regions are involved in sensory feedback and emotive planning, and therefore, when there are strong emotions or the attempt to suppress emotions, then those other systems are enlisted, and then therefore there's a greater likelihood of a stutter. And we know this because of neuron scans, but also because if you're speaking to someone who doesn't know that you stutter, or you're ordering at a restaurant, or you're on the phone with someone you don't know, the stutter is more likely. It's because the limbic system is excited and is enlisting these other regions. And so you're going to see a chart I'm going to put below my face, two interlocking circles. And so if you select A, then you're just a person who stutters and you're not interested in anything in column C. But if you're interested in A and C, then you would answer B, right? So B means you're a person who stutters and you're also willing to explore, or you've already are currently exploring meditation, daily meditation. And we use a lot of Byron Katie worksheets, which are just ways of questioning your beliefs, the beliefs that are causing stress. And we'll get to that shortly. Some individuals may reach out who are not stutterers, who are simply interested in reducing their stress, because when you have stress, you also decrease the number of lymphocytes, and that reduces your ability to fight off illness. And so there are clients who would be interested in that as well. But anyway, most likely people are going to be in column B. They're stuttering, and they're also open to doing that. But if you're not, just let us know, and we would modify accordingly. Okay, now, so then the second thing is to go a little bit more deeply into the Byron Katie worksheet, and I'll put a link there so you can see what it is. Pretty straightforward, just 7 different steps that you go through, and you can spend a lot of time with it or a little time with it. Obviously, the more time you spend, the better. But what's going on is that that stress can be caused by beliefs that we have about our self-image, or the desire for, presence of, or lack of having control and protection. So whenever we have tension due to not wanting to have a fear, anger, or desire, we will attempt to find a motor plan or a vision of how to remove that. Remove the desire by getting what you desire. Remove the fear by running away. And so what we want to do instead is to process them, right? So instead of denying them or coming up with a plan to remove them immediately, we want to process them. And so there's a lot of ways to do that, and I'm not going to get into that right now. But I just want to see if people are open to that, and in that perspective, the Byron Katie worksheets, as I said, are just one tool. But if you're open to that, then you're probably open to the other things that we're doing as well. The next one, you may have heard of Myers-Briggs. Well, there's an older system called the Enneagram, and it basically subscribes to the idea that there are 9 different personality types. I'm not saying that it's true, but it does seem very powerful way to see, if you were each of those Enneagram types, what your value system would be, what your stressors would be, and we can use that as a way to identify potential issues that we can process instead of trying to eliminate or to remove. Again, I don't want to go into too much depth. It's just a question of whether you're open to describing that. And I have a link to those 9 personality types. And we're not telling you have to believe that there are 9 types. It's just a way to, and we may not even find out what yours is, but it's just a way to do some of the work that we need to do in terms of processing the emotions that lead to stress. Just trying to get your feeling for how open you are to exploring that. And if you're not, it's fine. We just want to get a sense of whether you are or not. And then just overall thoughts that you have. And if you're not chosen for free therapy, you of course could speak with me about getting therapy paid. You can just book 1 session. You can book 10 sessions and save money, or a 10-month program. And I'm getting a lot of inquiries, so I don't know how much time I'll have to speak with everyone, but I'm open to doing so at this point. And the PDF, the ebook, is being revised. By the time you hear this, it probably is, and it will go into greater depth on some of these topics. But these are very deep topics. I have a book on Amazon, priced very low. I'll probably put a link of that in the forum or send it to clients. But it's an exciting way to work through some of these issues. And like we said, we have the the before and after videos from decades of research on this approach. It's just not commonly used for a variety of reasons, which I can get into at some point. But I want to keep this short, and thank you for filling out the survey.